Hey, welcome to the archives. Basically, what I want to know is our power struggles and an inability to let go. When you have a power struggle with somebody, is it signaling that there might be something that needs to change here that is not being changed? And if so, why? And so I've been reflecting on my inability to pivot, um, even when I'm actually better at pivoting than most people, I think. But what I'm thinking about is when I'm heavily wound up in a power struggle, even if it's just energetic, right? There are parts of, I think all of us want some sort of power. For me, I typically want more spiritual, energetic, personal power as opposed to like the material, physical power. Um, but there is a part of me that does love that, right? That does want to be powerful. I do affirm that every day. That's one of my affirmations. I am powerful. I affirm that every single morning. Every single night, multiple times a day. That's my I heavy on the I am powerful mantra, right? And so I do seek up power in some way. And I remember a professor once saying, I think we're talking about Foucault, and one of the sentences, there's nothing outside of power. And I never forgot that. Everything is about power, always. When people say like everything is about race, that's essentially what we're talking about. Everything is always about power. Usurping power, gaining power, maintaining power, taking power, giving up power. Everything is about power in some way, is what we learned in this class. And I never forgot that, right? And so, not being able to see where I was attracting or where I was even seeking out power struggles, it made it impossible for me to see where I was also toxic in power struggle loops, right? So even when I don't have contact with humans, I was noticing that there was still an energetic power struggle that was happening. And I had a role to play in that, right? In accepting that, I wanted to like go more into like what was this about? I wanted to understand how to get out of this, and be more in integrity and alignment with who I am, what I say it is that I do, and what it is I say I want, rather than like I don't do power struggles. Like, is that true? Right? Is it true that you don't do power struggles, or are you a pushover? Do you not do power struggles, or do you actually want power? And so, what I learned about myself was that for me, at least, power struggles look like an inability to change something. It's me pushing up against resistance of some sort. Um, it's me not recognizing that this thing has run its course and I need to let go. Um, it's me not recognizing that, this person is no longer good for me, or um, this relationship has run its course. It's over. I need to change these grades, this perfectionism thing is not even real. It's run its course. Like, it's always something where I'm resisting some sort of change, essentially. And I just recorded a video on the white supremacy episode I watched in traffic. And a lot of that was an inability to change. People don't want to see things change. They want to live in a world where white people were and are the dominant group, and they operate everything and they run everything. And us, black people, are catering to white people. We are working for them as, chattels. We don't have any power. We don't have any control. We are docile. We know our place. And we live in essentially a white supremacist world, which means white is more superior than everybody else. People don't want that to change. They don't want to share power. They don't want to watch. I watched The Little Mermaid yesterday. They don't want to watch The Little Mermaid and see a black mermaid. They want their white mermaid. They don't want to change. They don't want to see a black queen with a white son that she took in. They don't want that. Like, they're going to struggle with that movie, right? They don't want things to change. Um, and that's what it's gotten me thinking about. When there is a power struggle, what is it that what am I struggling to change? What is it that I'm struggling to give up, to let go? Where is there resistance, right? Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about, is is a lot of that. There's other stuff I wrote, but I'm not going to get into that. But basically, where in your life do you have power struggles? And in those power struggles, is there an inability to let go of something? Is there something that you're struggling to let go of? Is there something that you're resisting? Is there a message that you're not getting? It's easy to stick with what we know, right? It feels safest and it feels the most powerful. But I've been thinking about that. Like, where in your life is there a power struggle? And would you say that at the root cause has something to do with an inability to change? Are you fighting with a group to maintain some sort of power when like, are you resisting some sort of a change? And so there is this power struggle. Um, what does that look like for you? For me, the underlying message was an inability to flow, was an inability to change, was an inability to let go, right? And so that's basically all I wanted to talk about. So until next time, in solidarity.